There are three main ways the built-in sum function can be used in Excel. The first way it can be used is when the numbers you're trying to add together are aligned in a column or row. For instance, in column A, the cells A1 through A5 are aligned in the same column. And let's say that we want to add them together and put the answer in cell B9. We start by left-clicking on cell B9, so it is highlighted. Then we type in the equal sign, and next we type in the letter S, and a pop-up box will appear as you see here. All of these items in the pop-up box are built-in functions in Excel. We're looking for the sum function, so if we scroll down, it is located here, and if you single left-click on it, a description will appear. Since this is the function that we want, we will left double-click it, and now in our cell, the word sum appears with an open parenthesis. Next, we want to go to the first cell that we want to add, which is cell A1. We left-click and hold, and drag the cursor over the last cell we want to add together, which is cell A5. And you can see that this whole range of cells is now highlighted. Now we can release our left click and hold. And in our answer cell, B9, it has A1, A5, and a blinking cursor. What this means is that Excel is going to sum up the range of cells from A1 through A5, which is exactly what we want. From here, we can finish the process in one of two ways. We can type in a closed parentheses and then hit the Enter key, or we can just hit the Enter key, and we get an answer of 151. You can also use the same method if the cells you want to add together are in the same row. Here are some values in row 1, columns D through H. I'm going to go through the same process just mentioned and put the answer in cell D10. Start by clicking on cell D10, type in the equal sign, then type in an S, scroll down to the sum function, left double click on it, and then go to the first cell we want to add, D1. I'm going to left click and hold, drag the cursor over the last cell, H1, release the click and hold, and then hit the Enter key, and we have the answer of 219. The next way to use the sum function is by clicking on individual cells. For instance, here are some values in columns D through H and rows 1 through 7. Let's say we want to add cell D5, H1, F3, E2, and E7 together and put the answer in cell F10. Just as before, we click on cell F10, then type in the equal sign, then the letter S. We then scroll down to the sum function and left double click on it. Again, in our cell, the word sum appears with an open parenthesis. Now we're going to left click on the first cell we want to add, cell D5. That cell gets highlighted, and D5 appears in our answer cell, followed by a blinking cursor. Next, we type in a comma, then left click the next cell we want to add, cell H1, which highlights that cell, and H1 appears in a different color in our answer cell, followed by a blinking cursor. Next, we again type in a comma, then left click on the next cell we want to add, cell F3, which highlights that cell, and F3 appears, again in a different color, in our answer cell, followed by a blinking cursor. And we'll continue the same process for cells E2 and E7. Now, since we have all the cells we want to add together, we can finish by typing in a closed parentheses, and then hitting the Enter key, or just hitting the Enter key, and we get our answer of 235. The third way we can use the sum function to perform addition is by typing actual values into the function. As an example, here is a blank spreadsheet, and let's say that we want to add 15 plus 21 plus 9 and put the answer in a cell. I'm going to choose a random cell, say C4. I left click on the cell, it gets highlighted, and we start the same as before. Type in the equal sign, then the letter S, scroll down to the sum function, and left double click on it. Again, in our cell, the word sum appears with an open parenthesis. Now we're going to type in the actual values we want to add together rather than clicking on cells. The first value is 15, so type in the number 15. Next, we want to type in a comma, then the next value we want to add, 21. So type in 21, then again another comma. And now we'll type in the last value of 9. From here, we can again finish the process in one of two ways. We can type in a closed parentheses and then hit the Enter key, or we can just hit the Enter key, and we get an answer of 45. One last thing to mention is that you can combine all of these methods. For instance, here are some values in cells A1 through A12. Let's say that we want to add together cells A1 through A3, cell A6, cell A9 through cell A12, and then the actual values of 17 and 21, and put the answer in cell C6. To do this, we start the same way. Left click on cell C6, then type in an equal sign, then the letter S, and again scroll down, find the sum function, and left double click on it. Next we want to go to the first cell that we want to add, which is cell A1. We left click and hold, and drag the cursor over cell A3, then release the left click and hold. And next we type in a comma, then we'll left click on the next cell we want to add, cell A6. Now we need to type in another comma, and now we're going to add the next range of cells, cell A9 through A12. We left click and hold on cell A9 and drag over cell A12. Next, we again type in a comma, then we type in the first actual value we want to add, 17. Then we type in another comma, and then the last actual value we want to add, 21. And then to finish it off, we hit the enter key, and we have our answer of 583. As you can see, the sum function is very versatile and can be used in many different ways. Alright my friends, hopefully you got something out of this video. I do have more videos right there for you. Till next time, I am out of here.